hard force potential. Nico, Sivir, strong poke. Double range versus double range in bot lane. I think the draft's a dead the shy. I think that's a dead the shy. He can flash for the wall stun. He won't even need to, I don't think. Uses the W. Doesn't even need the wall stun. The shy has an exhaust, no flash, so he can't exactly get away from that one. Can wait. Oh, wait. I wonder whether he could have killed. Rookie has level 6. Can potentially force something out with the, the shockwave. That's a problem now. Empowered E from Wei gives him move speed, and it will give him enough chance to run down the Taliyah. Good backstep from Rookie. Rookie on the Orianna. Knows how to make this matchup work against the Taliyah. Orianna is so good against Taliyah because when you walk up for any of your skills, the shockwave just about outranges you. Also, you can't trade through a wave nearly as well as the Orianna ball. Dragon will go down to Weibo, but despite how legendary he is, realistically, how much can Weibo put up with from this mid laner in terms of him just playing poorly? He's been playing a lot better now. Mako, it's the root onto Tien, but there's no real follow-up. I mean, there is that wall stun advantage for Poppy on blue side. Can they get a flash once to Gala? No. No, he's backing off to Lovely right now. He's on vision. Grub for grub. Taliyah Weaver's wall coming through. Calm Shield will see them out to safety. Nothing through there. Shao, who doesn't have flash, remember. Flick back onto the Pantheon. Tien will block out the Pantheon W, and it's a lot of damage coming down to IG. Wait, you probably shouldn't have cast that W in melee range. Shockwave will come back to try and buy some safety for Gala. What's happening on the other side of the fight? Wei, if he hits the blast cone, might just die to the minefield. Instead, it's a shot from the Jhin. Gala will live. Rookie peeling out for him, but 2 for none. IG have done their tour of the top teams recently. Do you want to know their record? Well, no, let's talk about that later. Pantheon on towards top side. There's no flash on to Breathe. Is it coming up or is it just going down? I didn't check that one quite properly. He'll go down to the Shy there. Kill goes back, though. The turret kills him, and that might be a dead. The Shy gets wall stunned. There's still a decent amount of damage here on the Poppy. And that's going to be a 2 for 1. Ill fortune Invictus gaming is that they will end up being at least even in head-to-head with every other team and group ascend. They jump out of the pit. Chris will walk over. Is there another Q? Yes, there is. Let's get the stun there. Flash ult. Chris will see himself out to safety. Gen can potentially get himself a wall stun. There's an empowered Pantheon ability coming through soon. Xiaohu coming back through. And the Avengers assemble. The Pantheon not able to get the clean kill. Chris, quick getaway there. They'll get back towards that dragon. IG not cleanly getting the kills, but they will even up the dragon score. Some decent damage back on towards Tien. 2 kills on Light's Jhin. That's actually quite scary. The Collector is powerful early. Does fall off later, but it's powerful enough for now. If he gets himself towards, you know, the Infinity Edge. Placed on Weibo. Apparently we're trying people out, so he's somewhat fighting for his starting spot now, if rumors are to be believed. Tunnel under the tower. The Shy. Does he have needlework? Yes, he does. Gets 2 of them in there. Punts it out from under tower. The flick back won't matter, but the Q lands from the Bard. Easy as you like. The Shy put to 1 and 3. Not a great game from the venerable top laner in Invictus Gaming. Q will land onto Breathe. Can they channel this into a kill? Well, there is a Pantheon ult. If Mego can walk up and get himself in time for the W, perhaps they can make that difference. There is a Hex Flash being... Hex Gate being... What's the thing in Soul Calibur? I know it's a completely different game. In a second. Tien... Oh, Nightmare was the guy which had Soul Edge, wasn't it? Not going to be able to get a clean wall stun onto the Shy this time. Teleport down from Rookie. Xiao, who does have flash. Does he look to get this away from him? Using the move speed from the distance. Not enough to outstep that, though. So teleport for ult. Rookie was an anonymous 100 gift bomb. And there was the Mecha Fanboy 100 gift bomb as well. A couple of other gift subs out there. Does help us keep us in business. The Shy getting some Qs through there. Does he have a W? No. But what he does have is a ton of people in his lane, and they've killed him again. 1 and 4. The Shy getting blasted. Nowhere is safe for this guy. Nowhere is safe for this guy. The Shy not being supported on the initial bounce back. Things have fallen apart. People were surprised in finals when the Shy was inting his ass off in finals. We were saying, look, if this guy is unsupported and left behind, he will just keep... It will forever be a discussion as to who is more at fault than the other. But you remember when the Shy was getting dunked down on by Zeus because he was given counter pick and no one was coming to support him. You can't help but imagine it's not all his fault. Root lands onto the Karma, has flash and heal. Can he survive through all of it? No. The answer is no. Great long-range pick from Weibo. A much better team-fighting team than Weibo. Top lane turret will go to IG, taking the turret score to 2 to 1. The Shy will claim some extra gold himself, but Breathe will claim one on the other side of the map. The individual matchup stays about build. Protobelt going into the cooldown boots. Wants to go towards the Shadow Flame. Doesn't have flat pen right now. IG getting good damage onto Crisp. He does have his ult. Does have Flash's barrier too, by the way. And he catches 2. Little bit of anti-synergy, but if they get the CC over the top of it, they won't matter too much. It's not great there from Weibo. They'll summon the Herald into mid lane. Claimed that a little earlier. Dragons to the side of IG and Weibo somewhat missed their chance to take this dragon. Herald into mid lane. Will take that turret as Weibo chooses to let go of that dragon. Ult in towards that mid lane. Wait, can he get on towards Light? He's flashed. No. Doesn't want to commit that flash. The Shy going forwards with the Needlework. Breathe has flash. They force it. Well, he's not even going to use it. Breathe doesn't even flash. Goes down easily. Mistake there you have to feel. Perhaps not feeling he can flash out of the Shockwave. Xiaohu over the wall. No Shockwave to threaten him now. IG get themselves Dragon. They get themselves a kill, but they do defend their mid lane out of turret. Likely taken by Weibo now. IG spent a little too long in that top jungle trying to spot out enemy members. They'll lose the mid lane turret. Not really get themselves a great cross map either, actually. No bot lane push. He did have double teleports to play around that Gala. Not wall stun. Chris gonna get the wall stun now. Gala, how is he caught out here? IG, massive misstep on the map. The Shy is teleported in. And now he's suddenly in a 1v3, 1v4. I mean, there's 5 people around him. The Shy in a 1v5 gets nothing done. Pantheon flies in and says, oh, I'll try that too. Gets rooted down. Breathers had luckily died on the other side for IG. Weibo, though, they get another flip back. The fight's going well for them. There's a Shockwave for Rookie, but can't pull it just yet because he is stunned. Tien has another flash available if he so needs. Shockwave gonna catch 2. Decent damage back. How much can Rookie do? So close. There's a little bit of a heal. The Triumph comes through from Tien. A heal perhaps from the Bard portal. Rookie can't quite clean up 2. They lose 4. Yeah, it's gonna hang on a second. Redemption's coming in. That's the enemy one, by the way, so we'll do some damage. Going low. Tien's coming through. Bard ult stops it. He still goes golden. Wall stun again. Tien goes into the backline as Mako. Force low. Atacon taken by IG. Gonna be 2 kills to the side of Weibo there. How much damage have IG got left to offer? Rookie will shield up Gala just a little bit. I just don't know if he's got enough. And indeed he won't. They get taken down by Jin and Poppy's combined might of arms as Rookie. Shockwave's not bad. It'll find 3 of them, but it won't find them all. Trying to get the last kill onto Crisp. Not able to do so. 5 for 1. Good. Crisp Bard's been pretty good, you know. I think both Mako and Crisp have been putting time into this recently. And yeah, the Shockwave's not bad. It's just not at the time where everyone's alive to follow up on it. Oof. Huge value. Once again from Weibo. So disruptive. The early game from IG was not good enough. Weibo cleanly found themselves into a mid-game, and now their team fights where they're grouping up have been much better. Now, the disruption from Tien, from Chris, Xiaohu. Breed's Equalizer's not really been part of the equation, actually, weirdly. Not massively. You're more about the Poppy to Lear, the build your own wall stun, and of course the Bard ult as well. The fights are happening. They've been caught out. Not really able to form back into a 5v5. The Shy's not been powerful enough to 1v1 or even, you know, of course, the Gwen dream of doing 1v2s and 1v3s. Not really been strong enough to do that. Puts 0 and 6 he is. The build your own wall stun combo comes up tops again. The Alt W comes through. I'm not going to lie, folks. I don't think it's changing much. A bit of a frustration redemption. I guess he's looking for redemption in the game, but he'll have to wait another 30 seconds until he can try his hands at that one. The Shy was pushing up bot side. Well, he's going to be found out on bot side. It has an exhaust coming up in a few seconds. Yeah, this guy has monstered the Rift. 6-0-11. Has the Audacious Charge, procs that phase rush, pops him up again, and allows the Talia to do... Hang on a second, that's not bad from the Shy. Takes most of Xiaohu's health. Reminder that Gwen does damage, by the way, but they'll cleanly take down that kill onto Gwen. Xiaohu will push out that wave, nothing really threatening them now. You can see the Rylai is really cutting off any hope of escape. Roots. Oh, God. That redemption is not coming in this life either. Take another 30 seconds to think about what you've done, Mako. 0 and 7. Hex gets that flash now to contest anything else later with. Baron goes down to the side of... And they did give over Atacon, so it's not like IG have got nothing this game. Weaver's Wall helps push things a little further, though. Xiaohu may be a little soon to do that. There is a Shockwave on Rookie. Ooh, oh, missing that. Maybe just take the L. You could get Shockwave back. Yeah, this is actually a problem. Well... KTN taken low. They have a redemption. Equalizer coming through. Gala damaged pretty heavily there. Not clean from Weibo. Not clean. But even then, IG don't get themselves much. Poppycopter being span up. Who does it hit? It hits the clump. 2 members sent back to base. Doesn't really mean that much. The Shy will spot them heading towards mid lane. They're playing it 7 teams twice, and in the bottom group, they have 10 because they're playing 5 teams twice. That's a stun into an ult. Ah, well, that's a bit of a problem. Stopping the Pantheon W. No dashes here. Tian might have gone too deep, though. Not going to lie. How much health has he got? The good Bard stun stops some extra stuff coming back. The shockwave on the Xiaohu is not awful, actually. Tian survives a long time and will finally make it a 1-for-1. Light is very, very strong. The Shy trying to get some extra damage down, but all he's done is add himself onto the kill column of Weibo. Gala trying to step around with the dissonance. Move speed. Will dodge everything but that 4th shot. Which takes off most of his HP anyway. 3 items onto the Civet. Not enough to carry in the way that he wanted to. Okay, well, IG, they won't lose the game here, but they will lose themselves an inhibitor turret. The inhibitor very low itself. Breathe, hang on a second. He might get rooted up here. Rookie. Ooh, scary stuff. In fact, Maker looking for that pick loses his flash instead. Breathe blows nothing. Dragon available, so it'll be the 3rd one for either team. Not sold. Teleport back onto the map. From Boy wants to be around for the Dragon. If they can get themselves... Ah, flick back. The good frontlining there from Wei. Chris, hang on a second. That's a problem. Stop from using the Heskett. Oh, Chris, that could be a problem. It has the tunnel. It has his ult. Can he use that for disengage? Maybe a little bit. Gets 1 onto it. Chris might die quite quickly here. Oh, he's gone down. Okay, the bounties come over on the other side too. 1 for none. They use the Sivir ult for it. But no Bard now. That disruption's that. Weibo, you are 10,000 gold ahead near about. Surely. You can't be throwing dragon fights like this. Light, good damage from the W. Hex gates being used to bring Braid into position. The pop ult doesn't land anything either. Where's the spike comes through to the Pantheon? Only 68 HP between it. Breathe, low HP now as well. Equalizer's coming through. Damage coming through from the Jhin, the Shy into the backline. You do not want to let that Jhin hit you, though. You won't be able to take down that kill on the backside, and the damage is still in favor of Weibo. Wei, taken down by Weibo. IG take the dragon, but Light is full HP. Where's the damage from Rookie? It's not really there. Xiaohu is very low HP, but he's just enough to stick around. Ricochet's coming through. 4 members alive from Weibo, but with Bard coming out of base. Slash forward from Light. Is that enough? The Q coming back from the Sivir. Is that enough to take anything down with him? Karma is trying to get the assassination. Where is the kill? Double onto the Jhin as he goes down. Gala will die for the last play. Mako not quite cleanly enough able to take it down, and suddenly all IG members find themselves looking at... Makes it a little harder to play things out. Flash forward from Light, and that Q afterwards gets that kill. Didn't want to chance another QW coming out. Oh god, the 4th shot. Maybe wait until that came off, but not quite this time. Baron's set up in picture. All 10 members participating. The Poppy's not going to be game ending. I'll spot the ward being put into the brush there. Tien trying to make a difference of it. Oh, they've caught out Gala. Shockwave comes out and they get onto Light. Yes, a GA. The Shy's in it alone. Where is the support? The Shy needs some help here. They will catch out the Sivir, but it's not doing that much. The Shy manages to get an extended fight, and that's a problem. Pantheon has died off screen somehow, somewhere. Couldn't ult back into the play, and the Shy is going again. The wall stun is not valuable. Doesn't get that much for them. Can they get anything? The W's back up from the Shy. 2 and 9, but still carrying. Only the Shy can play like this. IG find a way into the late game. Gala gets caught, but can't really. They can't camp. The halls of Valhalla after taking that one down. He can get himself back out onto the map now. Is there any contest coming through? Well, if Tien walks up, it wouldn't have been a smite. There is that. It's alive. There we go. QSS for Gala now. It's QSS and the Baron. Now, they can give up a dragon if they want. They have the Baron buff as well. No Q hitting over the wall. Very quick tower killing. Elixir of Sorcery picked up for the Shy. Means he's even quicker killing towers. Wait, they need to get back into wave clear. They might be able to threaten a flick back from the Talia. That'll be the case there. But now Weibo have given up their dragon setup. IG using the Baron. Tien off of vision, but again, the Poppy gold lead doesn't matter that much. The Shy has cleanse. Will get themselves a shell shields this time. A little bit better from him. The Shy pops the W. The ult coming through. Oh, it's caught Gala again. Didn't flash it. That's a mistake. Shockwave coming through. Breathe. Caught out a little bit. He has his own flash if he wants to respond, but Gala, my dude, you cannot afford to get caught like that again. He's been caught all late game. He's 700 gold ahead. He's a late game Sivir. Has so much power. The Shockwave now used. Dragon now started by IG. But Gala getting caught so many times has given Weibo a win condition. Tien on the flank. Chris also on the flank. Looking for some stuns here where he can. He gets taken by Wei. Hex Soul for IG. What a bonus that is. Tien can't flash out to safety. Slowed to his doom. Wei trying to get out of that minefield just a little bit more. We'll see him to the plate. The Shy cutting off light from the past. Where's the W? Does he need it? I don't think he does. The Hex Soul will force the flash out of light. Does he have enough to chase him down again? He's actually quite dangerous. It's like even from this HP, getting himself the move speed and danger no more. Will not see himself out to safety. Weibo will not protect their AD carry. They have to scramble for the base defense. And despite the gold lead from Weibo, IG find it in the late game to find themselves a comeback. With all the picks onto Gala not mattering, this is the most useful 2-9 Gwen I have ever seen in my life. You are, without a doubt, the lowest KDA top laner I've ever heard of. But you have heard of him. The Shy cuts at the knife's edge. Nay, the scissors edge takes out Breathe. He was the better top laner in this first game. Make no mistake about the scoreboards. Invictus -6 at that point too. I think at that point, they may well... Bot lane. Frostbomb will land onto Gala. He's gone to... Oh, jump forwards doesn't land anything. Wait, doesn't have red... Oh, that's a mistake there, Chris. Chris, why did you step up? Questions among questions. We'll jump forwards. Chris will die. First blood. It's away. Not tracking the jungler particularly well. Control, and that's fine. You know, back in the early days of League, you'd only trade if you thought you had a full kill, and it was really bad if you didn't have your ultimate besides that. Tien, I don't think you want that smoke, actually. Well, maybe you do. You do have the Galio ult. And you're doing decent work here. Rookie, I think, makes a mistake by using that there. Is there a smite to come through? It's so close. It's taken by light. Weirdly, not taken by a jungler. Mako using the E to get out. Gala, perhaps front stepping here. Tien, very low HP. I don't think Weibo will win this fight. And the knockup from the Dragon means that light has to cleanse. Xiaohu jumps forwards. Good damage onto... That's very good damage onto Wei. Jesus Christ, Chris. Good double knockup there. Tien has the level 6 and starts going forwards. And here comes the Galio. No knockup from that, but it's forcing the retreat. 2 kills for them now. Maybe a third. 3 for none in the bot side from Weibo. As the initial knockup from the Dragon made me think, well, okay, it's going to be an easy kill. 4th being looked for by Chris. Does he have the W passive? Yes, he does. One more auto. I'll do it. Rookie, no Molten Shield. Chris will take down another LPL World Champion. First to the Grubs. Any contest? Doesn't look like it. 2 will go over easily. No smite use from Wei just yet. IG had a good early lead. Now, hang on a second. Tibbers drop. That is a Crisp without any flash. He'll go very low, but not dead. Uses the heal, keeps himself alive. Worth noting, Dragon hasn't been taken yet. Rookie, gonna get CC down onto. No Cyclone available just yet. Good double taunt there from Xiaohu. Good damage onto Mako on the whole. Light, potentially looking for a full-on kill. Xiaohu might have gone too far now. Does he have another E to get out to safety? He's just about safe enough. Nah, not until the root comes through. Might have another E. Nope. Goes down. Xayah picks up the kill. A little too far from Xiaohu that time. After the initial pick looked good, couldn't follow through on it. They will have... Guys, they will have vision on this. Anyone coming over? Wait, does he want to contest? Maybe he does. He's charging up his Q. Pretty low there. There's no smite on Tien either. I was wondering. Remember when Insect broke his leg or something because he's jumping up the stairs for some promo bit? I do remember that, actually. Smite from Wei on the top side of the map is a little bit behind in terms of XP to Tien. About half a level, actually. Not a little bit at all. Punts him back. Mako gets the charm. Plans onto that. The Ambassador pins him in place, though. And yep, Rakan dies if you CC him for long enough. Goes down pretty easily there. The Shy, good damage back, but Breathe gets it. Oh, hang on, flash forwards. Gala ults back in return, though. Good reaction speed from Gala. Bit of damage onto him. Full channel Q. Chris just uses flash. That's a problem. The Shy looking for that last kill. Will get something onto him. Clone Gaming. Gala can't quite get himself the final kill. Does after that last auto attack. Tien now stuck in the Thunderdome with the Shy, who does have a flash. The Galio is coming through now. Not sure that was needed. Q coming through the Shy. Does think he can get the kill? So close. Yes, he can. Flashes forwards. And that Rookie's into the play. The IG solo lane is chasing down. Weibo will walk away. Casting card games sounds interesting, actually. How about card games on motorcycles? Is that Zexal and a Scion? You do not really care much about it. I think IG have got a better draft this time around, arguably. Mako. Damage onto him. Wei. As the Sundered Sky. Having said, you know, Tien well on his way to a Black Cleaver now, actually. Herald started up. Any contest? Any... Hang on a sec. Oh, ult misses from Breathe. I was wondering whether there was a 1v3 angle there. No. because Breed's ult misses. That's a problem. Rookie has the stun available, takes a lot of damage. He greeted a little bit holding on to that for so long. Mako goes very deep too, and now Wei, he doesn't have flash. He does have ult. Doesn't feel fantastic, though, and there's a lot of people in melee range of him. The Crescent Guard don't work like that, friend. Galliot coming down as self-peel. One kill down. Rookie can recall, teleport back into the play. The Shy trying to do his best. Good Q again, actually. Doing all right, but he might have gone too far this time. He's so tanky, but not tanky enough. Rookie has himself a stun, gets himself a triple on there, but it's not enough. Rookie, bad fight from him. Found himself in a 1v3. Xiaohu going forwards, trying to take down Gala, and will take one of his MSI winning teammates down. Gala hits the floor. Bad fight from Rookie, not gonna lie. Left himself in a 1v3. Didn't get great stun value. Greeted on who he was going to target with that. And Weibo walk away with, what, 4 kills all in all? Herald's not even killed. Will be taken down now, but they'll focus, of course, onto the mid lane turrets presented to them freely. Big win for Weibo. I don't think Annie is it. I think Rookie is normally very good at this pick, but he greeted. You could see he didn't want their strongest points in the game. Ambassador scale beyond that, of course. Wukong to a certain extent too. Wukong's a very good scaling jungler, but... Oh, hang on. Trying to catch light. Can't quite do so. Good damage back. Triforce, Black Cleaver, Muramana about to be completed. I don't think IG should look at any fights like this, which is a shame, because they do have an Annie who's not on a bad point right now. He's going to find a Wukong. He did spot him out with the sweeper. Not quick enough reactions, though. Rookie. Not a great series from him, honestly. Well, not a great game from him, at least. Perhaps game 1 and game 2 was a little bit more of a passenger than we like. It wasn't his fault that they fell behind in... sorry, game 1, rather. Perhaps not their fault that they fell behind in that one. But Rookie not playing well here on the Annie. 2,000 gold behind, 0 and 3. Jumping out. Oh, that's a good taunt by Xiaohu. Good Galio game from him. Rakan goes down easily. Light does have the power to definitely out-duel Gala. Wei trying to get some damage under this turret, but he's only but a Shinzao. Jumps in again. Not bad there. San coming round. Perhaps there's an angle for IG. San comes in like a freight train. Yep, that's his specialty. Teleport coming in from the Annie. How much can they get with that blast cone? Good combo onto the Wukong. We'll take him down as well. Can he follow up for anything? The phase rushes weren't running. I'll follow up for that much more. Rakan teleporting in now as well. Now that is a problem for Weibo, because Atacana has just spawned. They just gave up 2 kills before this came through. Chris does not have ult, does have flash, but can't do anything about it. No smite, no problem. IG, well, no smite, very much a problem actually. Let's rephrase that for Weibo. IG take the Atacan, and Weibo, they overstay in top lane. Jesus, man. Is planning this, or are they winging it as they go along? A healthy amount of both, I'd imagine. Can't imagine the misplays are ones that they planned out particularly well. Dragon started up by Weibo would be their sole point. The Shy takes a lot of damage from the Black Cleaver of Breathe now. Wei's taken low. Dragon's not that low itself, though. Wei's walking away, though. They won't be able to get much there. Instead, they'll use their 3 grubs to take mid lane out of turret. Realize that the Dragon fight is a little bit futile. Rakan will heal him up a little. Rookie's caught. Rookie's court goes down easily. Should not have been there. Your team did not want to fight. They wanted to look for the mid lane turret. Instead, flashing forwards. Good reactions from Gala. Again, his reaction speed has always been legendary. And Chris will go down. Gala can fight. How much damage can he do there? There's too many items on the side of Weibo. And despite the reaction speed of Gala, Weibo hits harder. Massive fight for them as they take down 3. Good reactions by Gala aside. IG swept from the field, and it'll be a 4th kill rather. Shy not killing, showing up in the kill field just there. Was still in his passive. 4 for 1. Weibo, huge fight. Taking the Dragon as well. Rookie, what was he thinking? Sticking around on the bot side of that play. I've been saying that Rookie's had an MVP their lead now. They are almost 5,000 gold ahead now. Picking up some extra farm. Not really fight. Rookie. Well, he loses his flash. Breathe into the backline. Perhaps that's a little too far from him this time. Mako, can he get himself a fireback? Christmas has been blasted, and so is Breathe. That's a little too far. That's the clone they're hitting right now. IG, can they find any extra engage? Tien doesn't have flash. He used his warrior trickster. It'll be 1 for none. Rookie forced to blow his flash, but the fight works in favor of IG. They have 3 grubs. That means when they win fights, they take the turrets afterwards much, much more effectively. Rookie does have stun, if any... Mako, scary stuff. Any 3 grubs onto the towers? No, they can't actually stay and hit them. Weibo will wave clear effectively. Had a very good Severe game last time. I think he was caught out an awful lot. He's been playing a lot better with the reaction commands. Reaction commands? Reaction commands. Kingdom Hearts. I was thinking about Kingdom Hearts the other day. No local goal for Weibo from that turret, by the way. Breathe has flash, has ult. Gala's not in a fantastic spot here, actually. I don't like his positioning. And the ult pings onto him. He doesn't want to pull the ult just yet. Can you pull it now? Yes, he does. Breathe. Has he gone too far? Gala escapes the engage this time. That's the cycle coming onto it. Everything being thrown onto Gala, and IG do not peel for him. Gala was your carry. IG, where was your peel? Weibo get everything onto the AD carry, and they'll slam through here. Can they get themselves the dragon itself? Yes, they can. Infernal Soul goes down, and Weibo get themselves an uber buff. Take down the carry, and IG just do not do enough work of that Xayah. Weibo, clean combo onto him. I think that the combo from Weibo was very good at kind of spacing IG away from their carry. Baron goes down to Weibo. No objective bounties to be taken here by IG. No 3 grubs. IG, this time they're going to have a lot harder time trying to win themselves the late game fight. They had themselves the have to hang on a second flash wars, but Light gets the reactions back. Gala, where is he? He's not in the play. They don't have that much damage. That being said, Breathe goes down. Redemption comes in to heal them as well. Double knockup. Where is the follow-up? Do they have anything extra to pull into this play? Gala has flash, has ults, and they're currently in a 5v4. Gala threatening a little. Tien coming through. There's the ultimate. Gala could pull that again. Maybe a little late this time. Could trade his GA for it. The feather's not in a great place. Hang on, the GA goes down. Torn onto him. The Shy easily dead, though. It's a kill for a GA. IG do not like that trade at all. Feathers coming through from Gala. Again, just IG not really able to play around the Xayah point of power in a team fight where the feathers go up into the air. Not able to lock anyone down into them. Not able to allow Gala easier. Really strong. He's been the biggest weight on PSG all year. I don't know. There's a guy called Maple who's not doing fantastically well either. He's been blasted a lot. Gala's standing in the Winds of War. Wouldn't normally suggest that. Going towards... hang on a second. Xiaohu going forwards. Is that too far? Xiaohu, my dude! Not sure about that one. Has the stopwatch. Breathe going in as well. The feather pullback is strong. Wei goes down first, though. And the 10k gold lead seems to be just making the difference here. Cyclone going forwards. Gala caught. And I think IG will not make the magic happen twice in a row, at least. Weibo will force us to a game 3 and an 8-game day. Is that the case? Yeah, 8-game day. 3-game 1 just before that. Weibo taking game 2. IG not able to make magic happen. Back to back. Game 3, Weibo, IG coming right up after this. Like a Sansei can dash occasionally over the wall of the Yorick. I don't think he necessarily cleanly wins 1v1s, and that's our draft. I'm going to quickly rush the 2. That's that W. Bot prior from Weibo right now. Gala doesn't have level 6. But they have sort of leashed the Baron. They're going to walk up. Watch out for that Brawn passive. Watch out for those wrist rockets. Dropped out of the way from Rookie. Coming down to a smite fight. Jumping forwards from the Alistair. Gets the triple knockup, and the Dragon goes to Wei. First skill of fight goes to the Aurora, though. How much extra damage have IG got? The Brawn passive helps. Wei is starting to do damage, so the Interferer, you forget about it, but they're a bit of a carry, aren't they? 2 for 1. Rookie going forwards. Crespi's in outside of his own territory now, behind enemy lines. And that shield, I think that's all going to be... I don't think it's going to be enough for you. It will not shield you quite enough. Alistair coming back into lane. Rookie needs to fix his wave. Mako can come over instead. Crisp will die. He'll be late on the reset. Perhaps they can even gift it over to the Kaiser. Hey, Rookie, my dude, you go back and fix that midway. Crisp is now just going to be donated over to Carla. Does he walk over for a flash kill in here? Rookie will get an assist, and he goes over to Rookie instead, who will not... Grubs taken by IG. Lights... trying to get as much Dragon now. Weibo will not be in a good point of power. They want to fight this now before Light gets back out onto the map. He needed that Essence Reaver. Gala has Kraken Slayer on the other side. This is why they're doing this now. Good damage. Again, that Kraken Slayer, good work. And the Lucian isn't here. Mako happy to hold the front line shut. Might die for this. Actually, might come around to a bit of a smite fight. Skarner's walking up. Do they get the play? No, they don't. Mako may die on the other side of this, but he gets his ult in. They catch the Kaiser. Lucian's back now. How much damage have they got left to play with? 2 dead already. Light has to be the damage, and I don't think he'll be it. Xiao, who waited so long, trying to kill the goddamn cow. He's not there to help out with the rest of the team fight. Xiao, who will get decked by the dog, and Weibo lose a huge fight, and this all came off of the cancelled recall onto Light and meant everything to IG at the end of it. We explained it as it happened. Well, he didn't get that first item. He's not necessarily able to do that much. All out coming onto on top side right now. He doesn't have the Maiden, so his damage is a lot less. Another Q lands, flashing over, realizes there's not much mana left on the Yorick either. Breed sees a key at kill angle, but the feet are swift from the Shy. The Shy, more like the sidestep. Does he have enough mana? Another one dodged. He needs one more Q and he can't quite find it. Just needs one left. The Shy sidesteps everything. Shy has that one item now. He still has flash. He has the Maiden now. Getting jumped on by Xiaohu. He might, if Brawn Passive gets on him, he might die here. Is there a teleport coming in? Is anyone roaming? No, he's on his own. IG are leaving him. They don't want to send people down here. They are taking a lot of time to kill him. Finally get the shotgun. They used the Brommel. Almost got the redemption in as well. The Shy buying a lot of time. He has teleport. Chooses not to burn that flash. And Herald will die on the top. Culling pulled in the mid lane. Healing used to get some move speed through it. Fighting the bot side river. Tanking up from the Skarner and the Braum is good for now. Rocky does get hit by the Aurora. Redemption coming through. Removes a lot of that chunk a little bit early. Doesn't get that much value onto everyone. Is everyone here? Yeah, there's also a Herald in mid lane by the by. Weibo probably need to deal with that. They're losing a lot of HP. Mako still has his ult. If they jump onto him, they won't get that much value. Rookie loses half his HP. Heal use from Chris now. A lot of chunk, no one dead. Wei going in on the Neferi, knocked up, but the Kai'Sa Q follows. Wei jumping forwards again. The shotgun getting some damage back from the Aurora. Tien getting blasted on the other side though. All out. But I don't think it's going to even be that much though. All off, all out, more like 50% off. Breathe, gets himself a little bit of damage. He'll bleed out. A triple kill to Kai'Sa on the other side of the fight. IG get 4 kills for none so far, and the Shy might just chase down for another one. Xiaohu flashing away, slow missing, but Xiaohu's now very, very far behind enemy lines, and I don't think he's got the staying power for this one. Has a little bit of mana to work with, but the Shy, all he'll have to do is just jump over, and Mako will find him. The Shy kills him with the ghouls. 5 for none. Clean ace, slightly delayed. Inner turret taken. Dragon taken. Everything belongs to IG. Yep, they will see that. Breathe, caught in the baby cage again. Shy, not at 2 items just yet, but God, who needs them really? Didn't need an ultimate either, did he? Knockup coming in from Mako. Rookie firing from over the wall. The redemption actually going to do some damage as well, by the way. Yep, it does some of that. Chris taken low. Prompt secured by Tien. That'll be the grand tally of it. It's the only casualty. We are really ARAMing today, aren't we? Except it's not mid. This is... Okay, well... Okay, we won't say that. Atacon now started off. Atacon, often the place where games go to die. Weibo are not given any entry into this, though. Great elongated defense from IG, not letting them anywhere close to the pit. Intercon, not today. A lot cleaner from teams today on the whole. No, I say that earlier. It wasn't so great either, was it? Thinking about it. All right. W's landing. There is... the W upgrade has come through from Kai'Sa now. Yeah. Has the AP components of the Nash's dude, so can keep pinging through for poke. It's a 3 in a row hit. 4 in a row now. Yeah, doing quite well there, isn't he? Shine. Throwing that morning mist forwards again. And look how far Weibo are pushed back out of their own jungle. Shotgun lands. That's the Dark Procession. Has to jump out. Good damage coming in from Rookie. And the Spell Flux starts bouncing. Gala can fly in anytime he wants. The Maiden does die. God damn, that Spell Flux hurts. Where's the next W from Gala? Next bit of plasma could be the end of everything. Gala has it applied. Another knockup comes through. And Weibo simply do not have the damage or the HP. There's still a Kai'Sa ultimate to be thrown. No one's got any plasma on them, though. That'll help. Breathe, flashing away. Mako will live just about. Rookie goes golden, and there's a kill on the other side as Gala finally pulls the killer instinct. Clean ace. No dead for IG. No casualties. And they'll find themselves with 3 grubs pushing in towards mid lane. Weibo have been dominated in game 3. Not close at all. Not really. Rookie will push in for the inhibitor turret. No support even needed. Cloud Soul for them. Again, a perfect objective game. No grubs was there for both of them. 21 and 22. Rookie going golden to survive on the other side. Baron is alive. Is there Impale to be used? No. Probably not. Perhaps. Don't think it'll make much of a difference. Yeah, there's a 2-man Impale. Doesn't feel like it makes that much difference. And the Shy comes into the backside of the fight. Wei going low, but not going down. Again, Weibo not able to find a single kill. Oh, poor Weibo. Alas, the poor Weibo, they'll get one. Mako gives sword over to Light. The ghouls! The ghouls, the ghouls, the ghouls. Not enough. Light will find himself on the long journey home, walking his way back the hard way. Where there's a will, there's a Weibo, but there's no will here today. Consistently inconsistent. Threw a gold lead earlier on, claimed another one, and this one couldn't find one at all. The full house of sad results for Weibo. A jump forwards from the Teferi. The daggers go flying. Gala will flash out of the fountain, but not before taking two into the dark, dark waters of the River Styx. Invictus Gaming will end off today 2-1. Weibo will be sent to 5-7 in series score.